For this first recording, I will be doing all of week 1's pages assignments and just going through them and talking about them. The first assignment was just text basics. The first step you had to do for this document was delete some text, so I'll show that now. You just highlight the text, delete. Pressing either the key will say delete or space back. I'll just reset that. You can also copy, cut, and paste text. For example, if you highlight any text, you can right click on it and hit copy. Click copy. It will copy the text. You can go below, hit the right, click right on the trackpad, and you have paste options, and you can just paste the text down, and it will be exactly the same. Or another thing you can do is highlight, right click, and cut it, which will remove the text, and you can go down and paste it in another section. Another thing you can do is drag and drop text. So I will highlight this area of text and just hold down my cursor and can drag it to any part of the page. And lastly, you can also find and replace words. For example, I will hit this find key. I will search for her, and it will highlight all the hers that appear in the page assignment. And I can also replace the word by hitting the advanced filter and find her, replace with him. And we'll replace all the hers with him. If you can either hit replace or replace all. The next assignment was just page layout. One of the directions was to try and change the page margin. You can change the page margin by using these things. They will set like where the text appears at and at like what inch and everything. And you can also change whether the page is landscape or portrait, which is never mind. The orientation up here at the top is what will show the page either in portrait or landscape view. Also, you can customize the margins up here, and you can choose from like narrow, moderate, wide, or you can even custom your margins. And also you can change the paper size by clicking the size command, and you can change it to letter, tabloid, legal. I'll use legal for example. Didn't make much of a difference, but like letter, it just changes and makes it not as wide or even wider. Next page assignment was printing, and if you click on the File tab, you can go down to Print. and you can choose the number of copies, which printer you want to print the assignment on. If you want to print the whole thing or just custom print. 1 page per sheet, or maybe even double-sided, and just hit the print command. The next assignment is indents and tabs. To indent, you will just press the tab key on your keyboard. To indent, I just indented the whole group of text. That's fine. If you don't like it, you can always backspace. A hanging indent would be the whole text, like all the other sentences indented, and not the first sentence. I can't really do it here. Let's see. No, it's not allowing me, but this line will stay back and the rest of these lines will be indented. The next document is line and paragraph spacing. For this, you can change the spacing between each lines. I will highlight some of the text. Click the down arrow and you can choose between 1, 1.15, and so on. This is 2.5 line spacing. The lines are very spaced out now, and probably it makes it more easier to separate and be able to read better. Also, paragraph spacing. If you highlight multiple text, you can click the down arrow and add space before the paragraph, remove space after paragraph, just to like spread it out more and just make it more easy to separate from each other. The next assignment is about list. You can actually like change what appears at the list. For example, I have numbers for this list, but you can change it to bullet points or different symbols. You can change the color of the bullet points. You can change the color of the numbers. You can turn them into Roman numerals, letters, just different things. You can change the style of it, the size of them, how big like the bullet or numbers are and appear. It's really neat and helps distinguish like the different parts of the list and even the order that they appear in. The next assignment is hyperlinks. There's an example right here of Vista Insurance Group. If you hit Control and click on it, it will open up to a new tab for the website and will lead you straight to it. You can actually hyperlink anything that appears on the page document. For example, insurance policy acceptance form. You can right click it, hit the hyperlink command, and you can choose an existing file for a web page. You can look up an address right quick using Google or Bing and paste the address into this bar, and then you'll hit OK and it will hyperlink the highlighted area to the web page. The next assignment was breaks. For example, on this document, I have a break in between these two pages, and I can remove this break by right-clicking, by going to insert the next example is columns. As you can tell, there's already 2 columns provided on the page document. I can actually highlight some text. Go to layout, hit columns, and actually divide the text into columns. I can choose between 2, 3. I can divide it on the left or the right. I can also that's all I have to show. The last assignment is header and footer. The fainted font at the top and at the bottom of the page, like this number 1, is the header and the footer. By editing this, you will double click and only this will be available to edit. You can write whatever you want, like my name, and it will appear. You just double click off of it and it will change it. It will also change it to appear on every single page. And you can always go back in and change it again. Also insert numbers, like page numbers, to appear after the name or to mark like top of the page. There's actually numbers at the bottom of the page right now at the footer. I'll play number 1 and it'll just appear, and there'll be a number 2, so it'll just number all the pages down. So that's it for, it's actually week 2 assignments. At the beginning I stated that it was week 1, so here's week 2 pages assignment.